I get that question a lot, and I've gotten it a lot in my career from people who haven't taught online. And, I've always kind of been in the position where I had to mentor and help other people start teaching online. And I think one of the counterintuitive aspects of online teaching is that you actually get to know your students better than you might in a classroom setting. In my normal teaching here at the University of Dallas, I teach graduate students. And so we teach class, I think, like they do in Uniandes, that for working professionals, our classes are at night. So they come in after work, and then they're on campus for 3.5 hours, and then they go home. So I don't have a lot of time to interact with them. We have classroom time, but they're rushing into class at the end of the day, and then they rush home to their family and children at night. And so we don't have that much time to really connect with one another. Online, however, with the threaded discussions and such things, and I teach primarily asynchronous. So I rarely do the webinar sort of thing that I've been doing here at Uniandes. That's a very much of a novelty for me. So but I would say the asynchronous courses, I always get to know my students better because you have to think about contact differently. In a classroom, you're there and it happens all in the night. In an asynchronous course with a threaded discussion, you have a period of time to develop a discussion, and you have to think about a conversation differently. It doesn't just happen, in a face-to-face interaction. It takes place and unfolds over time. And so I hear from my students in those classes as well that they not only get to know me better, but they get to know their fellow classmates better. In the class here at Uniandes, using the synchronous webinar type of thing, and I used Blackboard Collaborate, which worked just fine. And I thought that the students were so interactive with me, and I think the trick that I've learned is that the students are always much more interested in what the other students think of them than what I think of them. And so what I do is I try to leverage that by creating a number of opportunities where they can work together in small groups. So I have never taught the course that I'm teaching now is a team course before, but I was assured that Uniandes students liked working in teams, and they did a really great job. And then that makes it easier because then I can communicate with a team, a smaller group of students at a time, rather than 50 students all in a group. So, I mean, it seemed to me that there was great interactivity, and people had the choice. They certainly can unmute and talk to me like this. They can chat. We can have email conversations, and then the students. It's not solely about what they do when there's all 50 of them on the screen. They also can interact with their smaller teams, and they did just an awesome job in that, and I could see that as well.